Good evening, everyone. It's me again, Al Brown Spencer. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of August, 2025, and it's almost half past 6 in the evening. And I am here still in my van. As you can see, the tip here in San Sebastian. Nothing has changed whatsoever, apart from that they changed the way they are, doing things and so on. And above all of this, I'm not getting any help in terms of money and so on. And yeah, it's just literally people help me with food. And I don't know if any of you watched another video where I mentioned that they took all my stuff that I used to use, my equipments to do spear fishing and catch fish and eat, and even the pigeons' nests that I located where I used to regularly go and pick up pigeons, or I mean like the small pigeons from the nests and eat them. They destroyed all the nests and literally they killed the pigeons. I should believe, or they I don't know what they did to the pigeons, but that's not normal. There were lots of pairs and couples of pigeons who used to nest in this location, and I used to get pigeons regularly. And now suddenly there is not even one single pigeon there, and there were two pairs that had baby pigeons in the nest, and they were supposed to be ready after a couple of weeks or 3 weeks or something, and literally they gone. So even I don't know, they killed all the pigeons or whatever, but they made sure that I don't have any source of natural food or any place where I can actually catch food and rely on. And the the drugs dosing has never stopped. And when I say so, I mean it in every word I'm saying. So there is not even one single day that passed without me getting dosed. And yesterday and today, my memory was hit hard, uh, uh, and it's very obvious for me whenever I'm thinking about something and so on. Uh, and again, for me, I'm just waiting. It's only 1 week until my interview with the National Police here in San Sebastian, to give them details about my asylum case and why I'm applying for asylum and so on. And in any case, I will never go back to the UK without 100% justice. And the same, with Germany. And I would never go and live in France, simply because in France there are lots of Arabs and Muslims and so on, and I don't know. It wouldn't be good for me. Although I know for sure that if things changed and I go and live in France, I will get everything I want. But then again, it's not just about everything I want; it's about justice. So when I get justice, I will get everything I want. But if I get everything I want amicably from these bastards, that doesn't mean I got justice, because they can do to me more stuff, or my future kids and so on. And I'm trying to protect myself, my future, and my future kids and their future as well. And the only way to do this is to get justice and expose these bastards. They are trying to prove again, this is like one of their fucking objectives that I can see clearly. They are trying to prove that the drugs they give me is not affecting me, and it's not giving me symptoms and so on, which is completely and utterly the opposite. Because every day my eyesight goes banana after I eat, and my memory, like today and yesterday, and it's the same things. And not only this, if these bastards are claiming that they are treating me from any disease or anything that they have given me or someone else they know about, that they are trying to blame and so on, I refuse to be medicated. Look at this. That's in case if there is any fucking disease that they gave me or whatever. I refuse to be dosed unwillingly. So in other words, if I get told what is the problem that they are trying to treat in me or whatever, and I choose yes or no, and I go and buy the drugs or the medication from the pharmacy as normal. But no, they are not doing this. They are doing it themselves against my will, so they can dose me with whatever they want. So, like what they did to me when they held me in a mental health hospital in the UK. They used to give me 3 drugs injections in one go, and they used to document only one. And these drugs used to literally destroy my body completely. And I mentioned in one of my videos before how long it took me to recover from these drugs and so on. So the fact is, I am still being dosed with drugs even till now. And whatever reason they are giving to give me these drugs, they are depriving me from taking any legal action against them or against any formal order they have regarding the dosing and so on, or taking them to court if they are dosing me informally. And I am not getting any help whatsoever. And in other words, it's like they tied my hands and my legs and they are doing to me whatever they want. And literally, I am angry. I'm every day angry to a stage you would never believe it, but I am controlling myself, in a way you would never believe it. You would never believe how much I am controlling myself from inside, despite the burning I have inside me and, the anger and all of this. I know for sure if I lose my temper and if I do, something to someone or whatever, that is not gonna be something in my favor. Basically, that will be against me and so on. So I'm doing my best, and these bastards will pay the price. I'm just waiting until the 27th to give the details and all of this, because this is, the formal details I'm going to give. Whether they need time to make a decision or not, it's not going to make any difference, because once I give the details and all of this about the use and abuse and torture and who they are and all of this, I can then report to the police the chemical dosing and the drugs dosing. I can take an action and go to lawyers myself here local and take an action against the shops I buy the food from, or if when I have the receipts and all of this. I can do lots of other things formally, basically, but now I am tied. My hands are tied. I mean, I'm asking people for help, that they can contact solicitors and so on and help me to start things, and all of this. But once I am formally, recognized that I am here and so on legally, which is after the interview, regardless whether they need time to decide or not, which is not always the case, as I was told. And yeah, that's what I will be doing. And I will be holding the signs explaining the situation against the country where I was born, England, Germany, France, even here in Spain, Netherlands. I will be explaining how these politicians got involved and who got them involved in torturing me and so on. Not everyone can understand why someone like me would be targeted by politicians from different countries and so on. And I am trying to explain to people that because these politicians are members of an organization that is a worldwide organization that is not declared. I mean, like I try to explain to people, like, for example, if you're thinking about the Illuminati, the Masons, the Scientologists, and all of this, these are organizations and groups and all of this that literally, yeah, they are declared and they have objectives and beliefs and blah, blah, blah. But the organization I'm talking about, it's not declared. Not anyone knows about it. And it's the source. It's the root. It's the mother organization that is literally making or creating other organizations like the ones that I mentioned from even a long time ago and recently and so on, because this is how they cover up for their existence and this is how they do stuff and so on. Not everyone can believe this and not everyone can understand this, and I'm trying my best to deliver the message to people and expose these bastards in this organization. And for me, justice is very important, my number one goal. And my number two goal is exposing these bastards and their organization. And to get justice, I need justice in every way, shape, and form. Not just the money, although the money is very, very important, so I can, rebuild my life that they destroyed completely. And of course, justice as well to get any money they owe me or any money I own. And this on its own is another case and another subject that I would be explaining to people in details and all of this. My mental health and my mental capacity is always under attack and is always under, observation and analysis and all of this. And all what I can do is basically just be myself and fight till the end. And these bastards, if they want to end my life and make me end my life myself, it's easy. And all what I'm trying to do is avoid this option or this. Well, it's not a solution, but for me, sometimes I've never ever thought about that, or accepted that when people harm themselves or commit suicide and so on, that this is right. And I always thought that anyone who harm themselves or commit suicide, it's mental health or whatever. But actually, after the years and after being in the hands of these bastards, that I cannot get my freedom from them and I cannot get justice and I cannot get my life back, I can see why sometimes death has more dignity in it and salvation than life when it's like this. Being like like a slave or a capture by politicians that they can do to you everything they want, even if you are still, you're not in a prison or this and that, and you can go and come and do whatever you want, but you are not free. And I'm not talking about that it's in your head, you believe you're not free. I'm talking about what they do, that they dose you with drugs and you cannot stop it. They can manipulate people around you. They can decide where to live. They have kept me in this shithole for so long, for almost a year and a half. And when I was in the UK, they kept me in a small VW Polo for almost 3 years. And they are repeating what they have done to me and the abuse and so on. And I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. I have no freedom. They are deciding what happens in my life. I am living, like in a shithole, and I was used and abused and tortured. And not only this, I cannot get my freedom. I cannot get my compensations. I cannot get justice. I cannot get, my life back. And my life is passing me by. And these bastards are preventing me of doing anything in my life. I'm still on my own. I don't have a family. I don't even have a girlfriend. I don't have a place to call home. I don't have money. I'm relying on people's help. It's humiliation and undermining and I don't know, indignifying or indignity all the way. And that's what I'm trying to say, that, in the past, any time, at any moment that I heard someone hurt themselves or did something, and I always thought, well, this is mental health. People are crazy. You cannot do anything like this until you are crazy or something wrong with you. But then time proved to me, and I saw examples of, for example, some cultures, some people, end their lives in a very brutal way and very painful way. And this is for them to clear, their whatever. I don't believe in God, and I don't believe in the afterlife, and I don't believe in any of this. And I believe 100% that, once my eyes close, once my heart stops, that's it. I will never come back to life and all of this. But then again, my life has no meaning. I'm being like a pet for these bastards. They are doing to me whatever they want. Even they have been dosing me with drugs for decades, even since I was in the country where I was born. And that was another reason why I fled the country where I was born. And they are trying to cover up for this. by putting me in a mental health hospital, destroying my body in the mental health hospital with drugs, getting other people to be blamed for it. So they are smudging the real picture, and they are creating a new picture and all of this. And all what I can do is, just fight until see what's gonna happen and all of this. Because it's my life and I am not getting any younger. I'm 48 years old and I still don't have even a girlfriend or a place to call home. I don't have freedom. I don't have a family. I have nothing whatsoever. This is how I live. This is the ceiling of the van, and this is the rest of the van. And by the way, this red thing is a float I made because I have no money, so I can go and look for octopuses or shells and so on. And this is the bed where I sleep, which literally is nothing. I mean, from the top of the bed, I am so sorry. I'm just gonna measure it so you can see. I don't have even anything. Anyway, so it is literally, this is the space I sleep in. This is my arm. This is the space I sleep here. And literally, it's literally like the height of my arm. It's like nothing. It's like even turning in this bed, even turning from one side to the other is what can I say? It's painful and not comfortable and all of this. And I'm not saying so. I'm talking about I need a new bed or whatever. I need justice. Because if I get justice, everything in my life will change. I will get my freedom. I will get my compensations. I will get my money. I will get everything they owe me, these bastards. And just by the way, just to make it clear, because these bastards are trying to test, what I would accept, what blah, blah, blah. Just to make it clear, one thing, I'm talking about one thing. There are hundreds of things that they did to me. Human rights violations, torture, abuse, you name it. Just one thing they did to me. If someone brings an evidence in front of any court to prove what they did to me, there's this one thing. I will get few million pounds sterling easily for just one thing. And I will not, hesitate to take them to court. And, this is what I'm trying to do, to get them exposed. And even if it has indignity and what can I say, will harm me and all of this, my reputation. But I don't care. I want justice. I want justice, and these bastards must go to prison formally, legally, and it must be made public and all of this. And as I said, this is just one thing they did to me in the UK. At least 2 million pounds sterling. At least this is just for one thing. If someone helps me to bring evidences forward to court, especially people, if they are genuine and honest, if they help me so I can get the evidences for what they did to me in the UK, I swear I would be getting at least 20 million pounds sterling for everything they did to me. And I'm not exaggerating. And any one of my abusers or anyone from any authority watching this and laughing or thinking what the heck or whatever, trust me, you should go through what I've been through. And then when you come out from the other side, if you make it alive, then and only then we would ask you how much compensations would you want after you've gone through all of this. This is as simple as this. Anyone in any authority, anyone from my abusers, anyone who's saying anything about the compensations, I will be claiming when I have, or hopefully, the evidences for what was done to me, 20 million pounds sterling for the use and abuse and torture I received in the UK. I'm talking just about the UK. I didn't even talk about what they did to me in Germany. I'm talking about the UK. And you can imagine. And you can imagine. So anyway, I don't know what else to say apart from the fact that I am on my own fighting big fight and big battle against giants in authorities who have power that no one should have. And I'm on my own. I have no one to help me, but I'm still fighting. And as I said, life worth nothing without freedom, without justice. And I'm trying my best. So if you can help, please help. And if you can, support, please support. If anyone out there watching this, jumping to conclusion, being judgmental or whatever, I don't need you in my life. I don't need you to do anything to do with me. I only need genuine, authentic people who would believe in my case and trust me. This is the most important thing when we're talking about people who would help me. If you don't believe in my case, and if you do not trust me, or if you have any doubts regarding me or my genuinity or my credibility or whatever, you cannot help me because you will be used against me. Your doubts, the doubts inside you, the uncertainty you have inside you towards me and my case and so on, they will use this to manipulate you and you will be used against me. So only genuine, honest people, please come on board and help me and support me. Anyone else, you will not be helping me. You will be used against me. So if you're genuine, still you don't believe me or you doubts or whatever, just to stay away, because in the best scenario, they will, for you, that they will use you against me rather than harming you. But I will be harmed in the end anyway by you. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and please wish me luck and wish me justice. I need justice so badly and, urgently. And I wish I can get complete justice as soon as possible, because I'm not getting any younger and my life is passing me by like no one's business. Thank you very much and have a good evening. Thank you.